Hey guys, this is John Russo from Marketing Granola, and you know this video is going to be directed at a question that I get asked a lot. You know, on how to be successful online in an online business. And it's kind of a cool question, and it's probably one of my favorite ones. And my background, I was in business for 31 years. In brick and mortar, regular business before we even had the internet. Restoring antique cars and doing things like that. And some of the same questions or answers to that question apply. But the biggest takeaway I want you to get from this is um, when you're online, you have you have the desire to create a secondary income or your primary income. um, you really want to keep a couple things in mind. And the biggest thing is it's your mindset. You have to realize that wherever you are in life, your best thinking got you there. And sometimes circumstances can play into that as well. Um, so don't take that as a negative. That's a positive, because once you address that, you can solve that problem. It's very simple. Um, and one of the key things that you can do to really speed up the clock on how to make money online, and there's a ton of money being made online now. I mean, in the last 5 years, things have really changed on the landscape of the internet, and it's a viable source of income. Uh, all the big businesses are there, and everyone in between. So one of the biggest things, and it's the same thing that I did when I started out restoring cars, because quite frankly, I had to start from zero. I didn't know what I was doing. Um, so I got around, and this is the same with the online business. I got around people that were producing the result that I was looking for. And just by being around those people and getting the inside little tips, the so-called secrets, but just really procedures, the method of operation, the way they approached their objective, those are the biggest things that you can do for yourself, is to realize that you're where you are because of your best thinking. And I'll tell you a little story about that in a second. So you're where you are because of your best thinking. And if you want to make a change and do better for yourself, you need to get around positive people that are actually doing it. And if they can shortcut you and speed up the clock, I mean, you're gonna have to work for it, because quite frankly, there's no way out of that. For a long-term financial residual gain, you have to work at it. But if you get around the right people that have done it, you can save yourself a lot of grief and aggravation, and speed up the clock. So this is what we're doing now. We're making some really great money online. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something. I'm actually at the bank parking lot, and I just made a trip across country from Texas to Arkansas, and I actually had purchased a piece of property I had never seen. That's what I like to do with my profits. I like to reinvest. So I purchased some property on some beautiful private lakes in Arkansas, and I took a ride out there, and I actually, man, I was blown away. I'm like, this is like, almost reminded me of, Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire, just coming down the mountain. I was just in shock. It's pretty cool. So, then I went to, I picked up an offshore race boat that I wanted to restore up in Lake Erie, and I brought it back down to Southwest Florida. And in the process, coming through South Carolina, I found a really cool property, and it was 15 acres with a nice building, like a barn, like a 2,000 square foot barn on 15 acres cleared. 5 acres cleared, sorry. So it's 10 acres not. And I'm like, this is my dream house. This is where I'd like to build a log cabin, have my hobby shop, because that everyone has different wants, needs, and desires. I like to keep active and keep creating. I like to keep creating, and part of that is taking an old car and chopping the roof and dropping it down and doing a trick paint job and dropping in some power and making a cool hot rod, or a boat. I love boats. So bottom line, I was able to do this, simply because of the internet, and I just wanted to show you. I just took out the deposit at the bank. I'm going to put down on the property. There's 10 grand there in hundreds. And I'm not showing that to be arrogant or anything, but this is what's possible if you use your head and apply yourself. I used to have to grind out sanding a car, putting massive hours in, working 100-hour weeks, and you know what? I made a good living. A lot of my friends know, and I love what I do, but it really wasn't creating the money on autopilot. If I wasn't there in the grind, it wasn't happening. Now, with this business, with the online business, and I'm going to tell you, $25 to start the business, and this, you could, and this is nothing. There's people making $3,000-4,000 a day in this business. I'm not there yet, but I will be, because what I'm doing is I'm modeling what they are doing, and it's pretty simple. So if this interests you and you want some improvements on your life, that's cool. Pony up. It's okay to, hey, I was a successful guy, but I'm like, hey, this isn't what I'm looking for. I want to improve myself. And I actually went with the idea to learn more. And here's the cool thing. Even if you get going and, the first 30 days you don't make a ton of money, it's okay, because you're going to learn a ton of stuff. And these tips and trainings that you're going to learn with us can be applied anywhere in any business in any country. So it's all just a bonus for you. So if it makes sense to you, what I just told you about where you are because of your best thinking, and yes, we have circumstances, and I know this is a little bit of a long video, but I was in business with when Lehman Brothers crashed. I was in the middle of a big build out for a Dunkin' Donuts and a Subway in my gas station, and my bank came to me and said, the FDIC, they sent me an email, they shut us down, we cannot finish with your project, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Well, where are you going to go when Lehman Brothers is crashing? There's no boat big enough to hop into at that point. So sometimes we're in a place because of circumstances beyond our control. That's cool. It doesn't matter how you got there. The only thing that matters is how you're leaving where you are. So if this makes any sense to you and you want to earn some cash, do it, because we're all doing it, and it's not something that's going. It's something that everyone is resonating with and everyone wants. So you can get around some people, some leaders, and my team has some exceptional people that you can work with. Myself, some good friends of mine, my buddy Igor, some of my prosperity team guys in the Empower, and you will. You'll have the best chance of freeing yourself from the grind. So I'm inviting anyone to click on the link below and make it happen for yourself, and shoot me a private message, and get in, and I'll get with you. We don't leave any stones unturned for people that want to improve themselves. That's what we do here. So I appreciate it. Hope this helps you and make it a great day. Thanks. John, marketinggranola.com. Check us out and look forward to talking with you. Thanks.